Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today on this chilly, yet again, snowy Thursday morning? I was just talking to my mom in St. Catharines, and she has had it with the snow. But we will talk a little bit about that when I am done showing you today's beautiful Perry Ellis portfolio belt. Now, this is a beautiful woven belt with a very Western vibe with this kind of 80s. If you remember the Calvin Klein commercials from the 80s, these are the kinds of belts that the models were wearing. And they would wear them as very long, hanging ends. This is a size 36. It is, I don't know if you can see it, it is stamped 36, genuine leather. Yeah, it's got a serial number on it. Perry Ellis portfolio. Beautiful deep mahogany color. Now there is a couple of areas where there is some rubbing. There's a little tiny bit of damage there, and there's just a little bit of surface rubbing. Nothing actually has broken through the leather. Oh, actually, maybe that little bit has. It's just a little bit of surface stuff. But it is still a beautiful, beautiful belt by an iconic American brand, Perry Ellis, very, very big in the 80s. He started his business in 1976 with a woman's wear line. 1980, he started a gentleman's line. I mean, this hardware, there's very little scratching or anything of that nature on the hardware. He was pretty iconic in the fashion world in the 80s. Like I said, Calvin Klein was huge. US designers were actually quite big in the 80s, and Perry Ellis was no different. He did pass young, though. He was 46 years old in 1996, I think. Yeah, I think it was 96 he passed away. He's been gone a long time. But every now and again, I do come across these Perry Ellis pieces, and it just brings back the 80s for me. I was very into the cotton sweaters, cotton socks to match, and Perry Ellis was a big man's brand, and I used to buy the men's cotton socks to match my cotton sweaters. A lot of Izod, Lacoste was. I worked at a general store in St. Catharines called Coy Brothers. If you are in that area of the world, then you will remember the Coy Brothers kind of department store. And I worked in the men's section, of course, and used to get some really good deals on the cotton socks. So, speaking of fashion, I was going through some of my YouTube videos the other night. I'm not sure what I was looking for. And I found a YouTube video, a very short video of me and Fuckface, New Year's Eve 2023. And I was wearing this pink sweatshirt. And oh, good Lord, my face looked like a basketball. I did not realize how heavy I was getting. So the fact that this sweatshirt still fit is a little confusing. My hair was much shorter, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I got such a shock. This sweatshirt has been with me since the 80s. I used to wear this sweatshirt to university. And I've kept it all these years, and it now still fits. It fits really comfortably. And as we were cheersing you all as a newly married couple, New Year's Eve 2023, I could not believe how heavy I had gotten. And it was just a testament to what was lying ahead of me. I have always been a curvy lady. I've been probably 60, 70 pounds heavier than I am right now. And it's the only thing that's really kind of kept me going. One of my very dear friends, Neil, who is going through a little bit of a rough time right now, I just sent him a recommendation this morning to get in the gym. It's not even about the weight loss, it's just about the confidence it gives you. And for me, growing up in the 80s, very much in line with our item today, the supermodel thing really hit huge. The Linda Evangelistas, Cindy Crawford's, that's who we were measuring ourselves up against, which is absolutely freaking ridiculous. But yeah, I've really had an issue having a professional athlete as a father, and trying to avoid his gaze at all costs, because you could just see him going, oh my God. It's been a real struggle. So feeling and looking better in my late 50s than I did in my late 30s, late 40s even, is such a win for me. I know we shouldn't care, and I know, blah, 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 blah. But that is all great in a magazine article. But real life, and especially being single, well, I'm not talking to anybody else but the cowboy right now. So, but I do still consider myself single. I'm not sure he'd be very happy to hear that, but but I am not in a relationship yet. I am considering it. We are talking about it. And we will see. I'm not really interested in a relationship of sorts. But I am aware that I'm not going to be on my own for the rest of my life. And feeling good and looking good is all part of that equation, especially as we get older. And looking for a partner who is in good health. Because the last thing I want to do is be stuck with a gentleman I'm going to have to look after. And to be fair, that probably was on the cards with He Who Shall Not Be Mentioned. Because very, very, very absent-minded with his health, with his medications, I'm not even on any medications. So I take a thyroid pill, which, to be honest, as long as my fitness regime is in place, it's kind of borderline whether I need it. And the fact that I am losing weight, and I have been able to lose some weight as a menopausal woman, I'm taking that as a huge win. And I'm not in any huge rush. I ran out of my thyroid medication when I first came to Sarnia. So it's been almost a month and I haven't taken it. And I'm fine. What I will find is if it's starting to bother me, I will start to have almost depression-like symptoms. And although I had a really rough day Saturday and Sunday, huge attitude problem, I think that was just all the build up to Valentine's Day and my birthday and just, I don't know, just the firsts, right? First birthday, being separated. And it was actually, the Friday was fine. It was the couple of days afterwards. So anyway, I sent the cowboy a Valentine. And I said to him, I said, have you been to your mailbox recently? Because he owns a 100-acre farm. And his mailbox is like, I don't know, a snowmobile ride away. And the snow they have had is insane. And I said to him, I said, have you been to your mailbox lately? And he's like, nah, he says, my daughter, it lives on the property. She has a horse farm on the property. And he said, my daughter collects the mail. And I was like, ooh. I said, because I sent you a Valentine and I addressed it to the cowboy. I said, so they're either going to throw it out because they think it's some, piece of advertising mail or something, or they're going to open it and have a really good laugh. And he was like, oh, okay. So I got a message yesterday to say, thank you. It was the only Valentine I got. He said, I didn't even get a Valentine from my grandkids. And I'm like, well, I didn't get a Valentine either. And he's like, well, I did want to ask for the address because I'm really trying to respect your boundaries and how slowly you want to take this. And so I didn't send you one. And I was like, I'm just messing with you. I think it might have freaked me out if he'd sent me a Valentine. And my Valentine to him was you deserve the best, and that's why you've got me. So it was really a Valentine to myself in some regards. But anyway, so that is what's going on in my little world today. I've been going to the library every day, and it has been fantastic. This library, I think I've shared with you already, has seats that look out, or maybe I haven't. There is a hockey rink that is attached to this rec center, and the library, there's huge observation windows and chairs right in front of those windows that have a little swing desk on one of the arms. It's amazing. I go there for a couple hours every afternoon and I get a lot of work done. And yesterday there was actually people playing hockey, and there was a lot of girlfriends' wives sitting in the other chairs. And I could see the gentlemen who were playing, and they were kind of looking down the row, and then they got to me and they're kind of like, who is that? And I'm like, I'm not here to watch you bitches. I'm here to do work. But it's a little bit of eye candy while I'm working myself to the bone here in the library. So it's kind of cool. I wish I had decided to do that weeks ago, because I would be way farther ahead than I am. But anyway, so that is that for me today. As I said, crazy weather, leatherbag lady weather report. We didn't get much snow. We did get some. We're supposed to get some more this afternoon. Just insane. Thank God the cowboy's going to come and help dig me out, because the park, I don't know what's going on there. So whether there's somebody available to dig my driveway out or not. The propane fuel place has kind of asked me to dig out my walkway to the tank, which I can only imagine's got to be 3 feet plus by now, because nobody's been there to dig it out. So I'm going to go home Tuesday, and whatever happens, happens. If I'm stuck, I'm stuck. If I'm not, I'm not. I canceled my hair appointment for the 7th of March today. I just don't want that stress of having to get back into Hamilton, Binbrook to get my hair cut, because the weather is just so insane, and I just don't want that pressure. And my hairdresser is so busy that I know she will be able to fill my spot if I give her enough notice, and I don't want to leave her in the lurch at the last minute. So hopefully she's got a few other appointments to choose from, and once the weather starts acting like a normal human being, I can actually get back into town, into the city, and get my hair cut. So anyway, everybody, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow for Shop at the Shed. Bye, everybody.